boys, today I'm going to show you this VOD of me against Malphite. I'm doing an experimental room page against Malphite recently where I'm running Grasp with the Undying. So the general idea against Malphite, right, is if I run PTA, I can't kill him. He's Malphite. He's too big. He's rock solid. Mr. Rock Solid is too much for Urgot to handle, right? So the general idea I have with this matchup, going into this matchup, is that I need to survive because Malphite takes Comet. Q-spam poke, he looks for solo kill angles even when building full defensive, right? So Grasp is AP damage and also gives sustain, right? So Malphite's full armor resistances doesn't really matter against Urgot as much when you have Grasp, right? So, room page will be on screen as I'm talking about the room page. Generally, the idea is you can play as aggressive early with Grasp, but it's a little bit more playable than PTA, right? The odds of you getting PTA active on Malphite and that trade like ending up being like a beneficial one for you is rare, right? So you can do QW, hold it on Malphite, and then like maybe you like lose out on the trade because of minion aggro and stuff like that. But if you're running Grasp, you can just determine when these trades are happening and play around your Grasp timer. So if you see on that cube when Malphite threw it out, my Grasp came up of CD, and I'm trading Grasp. I take a tower shot here because I went a bit too far forward. I use my E. Malphite's level 1 on the tower, so I can be a little bit more free with my E here. But as you can see, Malphite's Comet damage is just very big, right? You need that sustain. You need that survivability in this lane. So I'm also running D-Shield. In this lane, I'm playing to outscale. It's going to be a very boring lane, but sometimes playing boring is best, right? So my idea going into this lane is, I can't kill Malphite anyway. He's Malphite. No matter how much better I'm playing than him, keep in mind he has 4 CS right now because of my frequent bullying and him just dropping CS naturally. My goal here is to get this wave on the tower and pressure Malphite on the tower so he's pressured. He's dropping CS and I can reset early for Cole, which is exactly what I do. I'm also running TP here. I know it's not something I like to run. I'm usually a more aggressive player, but against Malphite, sometimes it's just better to swallow your pride, swallow your ego, play slower, and just rely on your teammates, right? Because if you run Ignites into Malphite, he has a chance to solo kill you. But it's slower and it's more calculated, this kind of playstyle, right? So as you can see, I come back to lane with Cole. Cole is good in lanes like this, which are very stagnant. It's a way for you to generate a lead without needing to kill your laner, right? So not only am I ahead in Malphite in CS in a major way because of my early bullying and wave management on the tower, just him dropping CS in general, I'm also ahead because I'm buying a Cole, right? I didn't lose any time in lane because it teleported back immediately. Just generally speaking, using my Grasp on CD on Malphite to keep myself high in health. And if I go for an auto attack here, you'll see me take a little bit of a short trade here. I always make sure to walk into the bush to de-aggro any minions that is still attacking, right? Early minion damage can't be slept on. So a lot of top laners in general don't respect minion damage early enough, right? Sometimes you will see me play inside the enemy wave, but it's more so because I'm setting up a kill threshold, right? In this lane, I'm just looking for perma Grasp procs to get value of this room page, right? So as soon as I attack Malphite, I walk into the bush to de-aggro any range minions that's still hitting me, just continually feeling more and more oppressive until Malphite is forced to come back to lane with TP himself. So right now, the CS is 10 to 33. Which is amazing in this matchup. Urgot mains know the pain of playing against Malphite. But here I am in the Malphite lane, up triple CS at 5 minutes. With a Cole and everything too. Malphite is pissed because he fails to stop my recall there. And I opt for my boots. Boots on a longsword. Again, I'm not building for kill thresholds here, but I recalled with 640 gold, 650 gold, boots longsword, building into BC as normal. It's all good. This game is sadly the state of top lane, like in a nutshell right now. I get no fun. He gets no fun because he's playing Malphite, and it's just like, oh, does my bot win? I win. Does my bot lose? I lost, right? So how can I better benefit my team in this kind of MMR environment rather than like trying to force a win con in myself, right? All I do is just AFK. I'm chilling, but I'm also building up a big lead. If you look at the gold difference here, I'm already 400 gold ahead of Malphite without even solo killing him yet. I do make a big misplay here, though. But this is very important. This is very important. Most Urgot mains in this scenario would E away immediately seeing that Malphite hit level 6, right? I wasn't respecting EXP timers. I was walking into a stacked wave. I did a huge misplay here, right? So, my bad by me. But we can turn this situation into a positive one. I don't have to die, I can outplay this, I can react to his R with my E, and that's exactly what I do. So instead of panicking immediately, I keep my composure, I know Malphite's gonna press Q and he's gonna R. I predict his R with my E. I flip him through the interaction, use my grass to disengage, and then I'm chilling, right? I didn't burn my flash defensively, I didn't use my E in a panicked way, so I just got out with no consequence, right? Of course, I'm a bit low. I'm preparing mentally for Malphite, maybe flash auto W, but then Malphite does this. There you go. That's how you convert a mistake into something positive, right? Just because you made a mistake every now and then, everyone does it, right? It's not the end of the world for you, and you can translate bad positions into good positions if you just play calm and collected. Right now in the game, the gold lead is 1,500 to 2,400. I'm up 900 gold. And this minion wave is also going to crash under his turret, and he has no TP. So all in all, very, very good. Very solid gameplay. Even when I made a mistake, I turned it into something good because Malphite chimped out. But quite lucky there. So I'm building into Black Cleaver as my core. My next item is Radiant because, you know, I'm accepting that I'm not the protagonist, but this game is just more to showcase the Grasp rune page. Grass has become somewhat viable in Urgot ever since I saw the Korean Grandmaster Urgot rune page against Olaf, and I was like, maybe he's cooking. We'll let him in the kitchen. Let's go in the kitchen ourselves, right? And against Malphite, it's so unplayable. Like, Ignite, my playstyle just like falls apart against Malphite, right? Because all he does is the he buys his water spell, right? And then I can't damage him. So I just don't damage him. I let him kill himself under my tower and just play for like a slow CS loop, right? Not very much is gonna happen here. The wave is pushing. I fin it a little bit because I'm Urgot. I give him my grass trade. Unironically, I want to be damaged, so I have more to grasp. Again, I'm respecting the minion damage, always weaving in and out of these bushes. The bushes are, generally speaking, just very, very important in League, very slept on. Make sure you're utilizing these bushes. And also, when you have Coal, make sure you're holding your W as long as possible, right? Because Coal works with every individual W tick, and don't tell Riot Games this, but it actually heals you 3 per tick rather than 50%, right? So every time you shoot with W, you heal 3. So 3, 6, 9, that's like having a potion active every second, right? Using the item. Malphite does a little bit of mind games with me here because he wants my control ward. No, I don't want to give him my control ward. But I'm in minion EXP range and he isn't, right? So I'm kind of chilled to do this like back and forth. It's a net loss for him, net positive for me. So I don't know why he's doing this. I will note this Malphite is an Echo player, but he plays Malphite as his pick top lane. And he has about a 62% win rate on Malphite in 500 LP Masters, or somewhere in that area. So yeah, Malphite's being Malphite. He's pressing his buttons on cooldown. And keep in mind, if I have PTA, Malphite probably press R and kill me here, right? Malphite's damage is unruly high. Because, as you can see, even he has a Kindle Gem and a D-Ring, right? And Comet, and he's doing this to my health bar. So if I stay here, I'll die. I accept that. I'll just recall, spend my gold, and teleport back to lane. I go into Cornfields here, pretty standard. Nothing much really happening, but again, this is a boring lobby. I just want to showcase an example game of like how you can push a lead without killing your laner, right? Because sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes the enemy laner is better than you, sometimes the enemy laner is more mechanical than you. How do you play when you can't kill your laner? You gotta play very slow, very methodical, find advantages where you ordinarily wouldn't have. So in my room page setup, I have Demolish, and that's where the real gold advantage in this lane comes from, right? Alongside me getting free gold value from getting % bonus HP from Grasp every time I proc him. You see I'm using Toggle right now because I hit level 9, very important to always toggle. I get a lot of questions asking, like, people, how did my toggle get so good? You just have to do it. When you can toggle, always toggle. Like, these minions are gonna die to my W anyway, but I'm opting into toggle, right? There you go, another 175 gold. I know I get inside this Malphite's head very soon. You see what I did there? I gotta zoom in on this. The frame perfection of the tilt of this Malphite. Because I walked past him to get this demolished, right? And I know these minions are gonna die soon, but I walk on the tower just enough, and then I know Malphite's gonna ult me, so I turn around, because if that's tower range, he kills me here. But since I turned around, it's not a solo kill. I dropped the Cassandre Giga Chat. I just farm back with my W for toggle, right? So again, I could opt out of toggling here. I don't need to toggle on these minions, right? It does more damage and it pushes his wave faster, but Malphite's gonna TP anyway. But it's more about building those fundamentals. The foundation is to start a good toggle, right? So if you never start, you'll never thrive. Sometimes you'll fail it, but failure opens up the chance for success. So start toggling! You! You! Start toggling! It's literally free damage. If you're curious about the damage you're missing out from not toggling, you can head over to my Twitter. The Twitter will be in the description below. I did the map of toggling against a Warden Snail, and it will show you like the night and day damage. But basically, you're missing out 100 damage if you aren't toggling. Is the way you gotta think about it. Like, oh, am I playing the best I possibly can here? When you look at like a hype play you've done, and then like just watch the clip, and then like, oh, maybe I could have got that kill if I was toggling. Like, oh, I would have got that kill if I was toggling. Start toggling. It's the best tip I can give any Urgot main. Yeah, just pressing slow. I predict he's gonna walk backwards. I go for an E forwards. Because I don't get hit by his comet. I get a grass trade in with that. I can have a cube. I'm too slow to catch him. It is what it is. But here's where this matchup gets pretty abusive for me, right? Because I'm on my mercs. I'm on I'm an advantage. I'm just looking for his tower, right? I don't have to kill Malphite. I've basically killed Malphite twice because I got the demolish twice on the tower, which is 1 kill, and I killed him, right? Boring lane, but you can turn a boring lane into a positive. It's pretty hard for me to play these boring lanes though, because I have very bad ADHD. It's very hard for me to focus on like anything, especially if like the subject is boring. Like in math class or school, I was always struggling to focus. Malphite lane is a bit, you know. But sometimes it is what it is. This is League of Legends. You have to adapt to the game. The game doesn't adapt around you, right? So it's just about swallowing your pride a little bit. I take a shield trade there because I know I'm gonna get a grass proc off. Basically, whenever you have grasp up, use it. When your grasp is about to come up CD, use it. Time your trades around grasp, right? It's a very new way to play, and it's a very good way to play, I feel. I wouldn't run it into like Akshan and stuff like that, where like you can actually kill them, but like matchups that you can't kill, like Olaf, maybe not Sion specifically, but Ornn. I think there's room for experimentation against Ornn. I think there's experimentation against Olaf. I just think there's more room for grasp in general, right? Because if you look at the damage I'm dealing to Malphite right now, and yes, there is a bit of a gold disparity. The gold disparity right now is like 2,000. Yo, get fucked, Malphite. It just feels good, right? Like you're looking at the damage I'm dealing to this Malphite, and it's just chill. It's not, oh, I've lost out so much damage because I've not ran PTA. It's like, oh, I'm actually doing more damage because I have grasp, because I'm controlling when these trades are happening. I'm not shooting my W into the void with PTA and getting nothing done, right? So Malphite booms it. I don't know what he thought, because the tower wasn't even gonna die or start targeting me because of the free range minions, right? But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. After this, I go into Radiant because the team's winning, but this is how you play into Malphite in high MR. This one didn't utilize Wardens, but he always had the chance to go Wardens. But generally speaking, that's how you lane in high MR. Use every advantage you have to your advantage, and I built up a 2,000 gold lead when I've only solo killed him once. So, hope you liked the video, boys. Just know I do coaching. If anyone's interested, any lane Urgots, anytime, anywhere. Just hit me up on Discord. The Discord will be in the description also. But if you're not looking for coaching and just want to hang out with like a couple Urgot mains, my Discord is also just a hub for Urgot players and people who like me in general. So, hope to see you there. Check out the Twitter, check out the vice versa, TikTok and stuff. And I'll see you later. It was Sevens, boys.
Damn, is that the Urpog merch? Didn't know you were down like that.
Have you guys found the hidden mage got from this video? If yes, write a comment down below.